Hi guys, welcome back to MSE. I'm Jade, and tonight we're going to be focusing on you guys who are in Year 9 and Year 10, because obviously we've done a lot of focus on Year 11 for the past few weeks, as well as Year 13. So we just want to see a little bit about how the Year 9s and Year 10s are doing, and perhaps if you are a little bit older and you're in the comments, you can give a little bit of your advice as well. So with me at the moment, I have Isabel. Hello. So, Isabel, whereabouts are you at the moment?
I'm just at home.
Cool, lovely. And have you been up to anything over the weekend?
I've had a few rehearsals for a show I'm in, but nothing much really.
Oh, nice. Is that like a school show or?
It's a out-school show.
Cool. What kind of show are you doing? Is it like a mixture of stuff?
It's a musical. It's The Sound of Music.
Oh, nice. That sounds fun. I love that kind of stuff. I do drama as well, so that's fab. Well, have you chosen drama as a GCSE subject?
I have.
Nice. I did as well. So if I didn't mention earlier, Isabel is in Year 9. I probably did, but just to reiterate. So Isabel, you've chosen your GCSEs. Which subjects have you chosen other than drama?
I've chosen art, RP and history.
Oh, nice. Okay. Are there any subjects that you're happy or sad to be giving up? Because I know there are a few that I was very glad to be leaving behind.
I'm really happy to give up quite a few subjects, really.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm kind of sad to give up geography, but I couldn't really take it because it was one of my main ones that I wanted for a career, kind of.
Oh, okay. That's fair enough. What kind of thing are you thinking about career-wise?
I'm thinking kind of like marketing.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Kind of.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, I had absolutely no clue when I was in Year 9. In fact, I still don't really have a clue. So you have nothing to worry about there. You know, see where it takes you. Yeah. So loads of fun stuff happens, I think, in the summer term at school. Definitely, especially lower down the school. Have you guys had sports day or house athletics or anything like that?
We've had a few competitions so far. Sports day is, I think, 2 weeks away.
Right.
We have activity week soon.
Oh, cool. I love activities week. Do you know what kind of stuff you're doing?
Yeah, I'm going to France, Paris.
Whoa.
Good.
That's amazing. I would have absolutely loved to go to Paris in activities week. That's incredible. Wow, you're going to have a good time on that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So, have you had any exams or little tests, sort of internal exams?
Yeah, we did. We had it was kind of our first taster of what GCSE would really be like.
Mhm.
So we took the main subjects like maths, English, and then we also took ARP because obviously if you're taking a short course, you're taking it next year at our school.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you take that one in Year 10?
I'm taking full course, so I'll be taking mine in Year 11, but the majority are going to be taking it next year.
Okay, that's very interesting actually. We didn't get to do PE at our school, so I wasn't too sure about the whole. So you can take it, you can do a half one or a full one over the 2 years, basically.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, so you're going to Paris. That's amazing. I would love that. You've had a few exams as well. And so how long away is summer for you now?
I think it's 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Wow. Okay. Well, hang in there because obviously time will fly by and it'll be summer in no time, and I can assure you that. Yeah. So, yeah, you mentioned earlier that you've got the show coming up. So obviously you do drama, and do you do dancing as well?
I used to, not so much anymore.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I think I gave dancing up actually about Year 9-ish. I think I decided to give it up during GCSEs. So is that, have you given anything up for GCSEs, or are you going to carry on?
I was thinking, I'm girl guide at the moment, but
Okay.
I was thinking of giving it up, kind of, obviously it's quite a lot of time, but I'm moving up to the senior section, which is only fortnightly, so it's a lot more easy to manage.
Okay, well that sounds, yeah, I'd stick with it if I were you, because I think you'll have a lot more time than you're expecting, because I remember thinking I'm going to be absolutely taken up during GCSEs, and actually hobbies are a great thing. Hobbies are a really good thing to have.
Guides gives you quite a few opportunities, because I'm going to be hopefully getting a young leader qualification.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's good.
What kind of stuff do you have to do for that?
You have to do quite a lot of volunteering. So I'm hoping to volunteer at my local guide unit. And then you have to there's like 3 sections I think that you have to do. I'm not quite sure yet because I haven't started it, but I should be starting soon. Nice,
that sounds cool. I mean, I used to do brownies, but I never went anywhere else from there, so, you know. So yeah, you're going back to school. Is Activities Week this week then, or is it the week after?
It's in next week, so the week after this month.
Oh, it is? So when do you leave then?
I think we leave on the Monday at 5:30 in the morning.
No, it's so early. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's worth it though, because then you get a whole other day to pack stuff into. So, you know, the early start is definitely worth it when you're going places anyway. Yeah, so I was going to ask about field trips, but I guess that's probably the big one. Have you had any field trips for other subjects this term?
Not really. Year 9 has been pretty bare, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Because we had loads in year 9, so I wasn't sure. Yeah, I guess you do get to do a few for GCSE, definitely.
Yeah.
The best kind is when you get to go on a drama trip. Those are the best, I'd say. If you get to go and see a show or anything like that, they're worth doing. Yeah, have a trip down to London maybe. I love that kind of stuff. Yeah, so, okay, have you got any plans for summer then? Once you're all done and you're kind of in the middle of year 9 and 10, have you got any plans?
I will be performing in the show in the summer,
Mm-hmm.
and I know that quite a few of my friends have birthdays, so that's probably going to be good. And I think I may be going to Wales for a bit.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I like Wales. I mean, I've been once, so, you know, I can't say that I know it very well, but it was nice the one time that I went there. So how long does this show last? If it's in summer, is it?
It's a full week, I think.
Oh wow, that's the real deal. That's a whole week of doing stuff. Wow. So yeah, I can imagine a lot of rehearsals for that then.
Yeah, there's quite a few leading up to it as well.
Yeah, I mean, what better thing to do in summer though? I mean, I absolutely love that kind of stuff, and it's good to just keep on seeing people, because I find in summer sometimes I can shy away and just stay at home because obviously I have so much time. But yeah, it's good to see people and catch up with people. So it is 7:14. Obviously, we've got other people to speak to as well, because we do have a year 10 later on. So do stay tuned if you want to see Holly. She's in year 10. But thank you very much for speaking to us, Isabel. It's been really nice to catch up. And good luck with your GCSEs and the show as well. I'm sure you'll be great. So have fun and have an amazing time in Paris. I'm very jealous.
Bye.
Very jealous. Bye. Okay, so that was Isabel. So keep your comments coming in as well if you do have any advice and things like that, because I'm sure there'll be a lot of year 9s and 10s watching, and it would be great if you are a little bit older just to maybe say advice about starting off the GCSEs. I know that going into year 10 it can be quite daunting, because obviously you've come away from all this learning that you've been doing for sort of year 7 to year 9, and you really feel like you've controlled your kind of school a little bit more by the time you get into GCSEs. Because I remember, you know, you've chosen subjects, you've got rid of a few subjects, and you're starting to make these decisions, so it can be very daunting. So if you do have any advice, pop that in the comments. We have a lot of people saying that year 9 is the best year, and I completely agree. If you are in year 9, I hope you've had a brilliant time. Make the most of summer, which I'm sure, just like Isabel, for you is probably in a few weeks' time. Yeah, it's just, you've got to make the most of it, because it is one of the best times of the year, and you know, summer can't last forever, and so you will be going into GCSEs. It is interesting actually that Isabel mentioned the half course, because I didn't know you could do that. Let us know maybe if you are in year 10, are you on a half course at the moment? Have you taken a GCSE this year maybe? Maybe you took a half GCSE, or I think actually I might have taken a GCSE in year 10, so let us know if you have. Yeah, so I'm just going to send a message to Mariam now, and we'll be speaking to her soon just to see if she's ready. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, so we're just going to see, because Mariam is also in year 9 as well, so it'll be interesting to speak to her, see how the next few weeks look for her. I'm very jealous of Isabel, the fact that she's going to be going to Paris. That is an amazing thing to be doing in Activities Week. Yeah, so whatever year you're in, maybe you're on Activities Week or you have one coming up, let me know what you're doing in that, because that would be very interesting to know. Let's see if we've got any comments here. Oh, so in my school, so Harvey, you said in year 8 you chose what GCSEs you wanted to do. That is actually really interesting. I can't imagine having to make the decision in year 8 actually. I can barely remember what it was like in year 9, but I think for me it would have been impossible for me. I'm so indecisive anyway. I think as a year 8 I would have made the complete wrong decision, but here we go. And Harvey, you've said that you've never had an Activities Week at school. That is interesting. Do you do maybe an extracurricular, or do you ever break from lessons maybe for a week? I don't know. I do know that some schools, they prefer to do more sort of charity-based things instead of perhaps going away to Paris or this and that. You know, sometimes schools do maybe a big beach clean-up if you're on the coast or those sort of things. So let me know if that's kind of for you. Bethany, you're going to Belgium. That is, wow. These are very elaborate. Just going to see now if Mariam has replied. Here we go. Okay, so I think she's active. We're just going to make sure that she's ready though, because I don't want to surprise her with a live call. That would be a bit scary. Just wait for her reply. Okay. Yeah, so Mariam, as I said, she is in year 9 as well. And then Holly, who we will be speaking to at 8 o'clock, she's in year 10. So for those of you who are perhaps in year 9, it might be interesting to see where Holly's at and to see where you might be in a year's time. Yes, you're going to Belgium and you're doing some transition trips to local primary schools to help with the year 6s. So I guess that's a mixture of both then, because that's the whole, you kind of get the holiday, but you get to do the charity as well. So that's really cool. Yeah. No, I'm very jealous of you, Bethany, for going to Belgium. I have been to Belgium, actually. It's a very, very nice place. So, ready to call. I really don't want to spring the call on Mariam, because that would be unfair, so. But she is active, so if we don't get a reply, then I'll call in the next minute. We have to do these things. So yeah, we're going to see maybe if Marianne's doing anything for Activities Week. I don't know. Sports Day. I was never one to do very well on Sports Day, I have to say. Right, do you know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna call her, see if she's ready. I'm sure she won't mind. Here we go. It's contacting. Oh, Bethany, you go to the same school as Isabel and you get to do the big projects. That is really cool, actually. That's amazing that you get that opportunity. Revision, Jess, you have asked, what advice would you give to year 10 at this moment? Well, oh, okay, Mariam is not joining, but she has seen it. So perhaps she's not quite ready. But I can carry on chatting to you guys anyway. So yeah, advice to year 10s, let's think. So you've started GCSEs, you're kind of probably halfway now. In fact, actually, I will tell you, oh, yeah, here we go. We have Mariam. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Cool, okay. So currently, don't worry, people can't see you yet, but I'm just going to turn off my camera and I'll place you in front of the camera so that you can appear live next to me, if that's all right?
Yeah, sure.
Cool, okay, so camera is off. Here we go. Lovely. Okay, so everyone, this is Mariam and she's in year 9. So yeah, how's your weekend been? Has it been alright?
Yeah, it's been quite stressful actually, but I have exams this week. But other than that, it's been pretty good actually.
Yeah, so were they internal exams or just kind of...
So we have like end of year exams throughout the whole entire week. So we have Monday off from school, and then we have from Tuesday to Friday in every subject, and we have it like 3 times a year. So I'm quite used to it now, but it is still quite a bit stressful to be fair.
I can imagine. Yeah, it always gets a bit stressful during the exam week. We used to have it at the end of every year, and so I guess at the end of year 9, now that you've chosen your choices, does it change the way that you revise for those exams at all?
Yes.
Yeah.
So obviously, I'm every subjects, and for them, like I'm still revising for them, but not as much as the other ones, because obviously they're not as important for me personally.
Yeah, definitely. I found that. I remember because obviously I dropped DT, and so I remember that exam in year 9. I did not bother with revision for that one at all. I just drew some boxes on the page and that was it. That was pretty much it. Yeah. So what GCSE choices have you gone for then for next year?
So, I chose PE, drama and history, and in my school we have to do French, which obviously includes as well. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, because we had to do French as well. That's very similar, and you're taking very similar subjects to Isabel, who we spoke to a few minutes ago. So that is really interesting. History and drama I took, they're amazing, and I think PE is a very popular subject for GCSE actually. I don't quite know what PE includes for GCSE. Have you had like a presentation evening where you get to find out about the GCSEs? Yeah, we actually have. And with PE, it's like obviously practical and theory. And the theory is like 3 papers you have to sit. I think it's 3. And then one of them is like biology based, one of them is about sports psychology, and one of them is just about, I think, like the body systems. Wow. And then have your practical where you do 3 different sports. So you choose like either you have to do one individual, one team, and the other one's up to you. So yeah, I like PE actually. That's why I chose it. Wow, it does sound really interesting. It sounds sort of quite sciencey as well at the same time. Yeah, it really is. Like science based a lot actually. Yeah. No, that's really interesting. Do you get an activities week at all? No, to be fair, we don't actually do that now. Oh, that is interesting. See, that's the difference. Because Isabel said that she was going to Paris, which I found very interesting. I mean, we never got the chance to go to Paris, so it's a shame though that you don't get activities week. But when does your summer start then? Is it 3 weeks time? I think so. We finish school on I think like the 19th or the 18th. That Friday actually that week. I'm not too sure when that week is. We had 8 weeks off school, which I'm so happy about because nice. I need a break. Yeah, I know how it feels. You get to this time in the year and it's like, you know, you can almost see summer. It's like right there, but you just can't have it yet. Yeah, it's a bit tempting. So excited. Yeah, no, summer is the best, obviously. So do you do any hobbies at the moment? Do you do anything after school? Yes, I do like mainly PE, mainly sports actually. I play netball outside school, and I also play tag rugby outside school as well. Oh, nice. And of like swimming outside school as well, and yeah, mainly there's like sports and PE stuff too. Yeah. I have to say, I tried. I think it was touch rugby once, and I didn't go back. I was so bad at it. I was awful. It was so embarrassing. I could not face going back the next week because I made a complete fool of myself. I think I made like 3 faults or whatever just by moving once. I think I did one thing and I made 3 mistakes. So everyone laughed. That was me at first. At first I was terrible. Like I hated it, but then I kept going and now I just like love it. It's just really fun to play and like relaxation as well. That's so good. Yeah, see that's the thing. Perseverance. You've got to keep trying. I shouldn't have given up so early, I reckon. Are you gonna so you're gonna carry the hobbies on then, I'm guessing, through GCSEs? Yeah. See, as I said, hobbies through GCSEs are so good. They get you through it. They get you through the week, to be honest. Just knowing that you've got something to do afterwards. Yeah.
And you've got exams coming up. You haven't done any already? They're just next week, right?
Yeah, done about 2 last week, but maybe for next week.
Oh wow, okay. So yeah, I guess that is probably why the weekend has been a little bit stressful. I asked this earlier to Isabel actually. Are there any subjects that you're sad or happy to give up for GCSEs?
Oh, good question actually. I think I'm the most happy to give up art because I just hate art with passion. I just hate art so much. I'm quite sad to give up probably RS because I do I quite enjoy it now and it's really fun. I feel like it's quite good, but I chose drama over RS instead. So it's quite mixed emotion actually. To be fair.
Yeah, no, I get that because I think after having done a subject for 3 years, it does feel weird to not do it. Yeah, it feels weird to not see it in your timetable in year 10. I do remember that. But I would choose drama GCSE over RS GCSE any day. So yeah, you've made the right decision because I, for one, I absolutely loved drama GCSE. It was so much fun, and you just I think because obviously the other subjects they're quite academic, and so obviously you get that, and then drama's it's almost a bit of a break during the week because obviously you're doing work, but you get to chat with people, and
that's drama and PE, which is obviously is important, but it's chill rather than all the writing, and it's time to socialize. It's just more fun and it's more enjoyable.
Yeah, and it just it builds confidence, and it as you said, you get to socialize, and so I'm all one for the whole PE, drama, all that kind of stuff. Art as well, although obviously you said you're happy to give up art, which I don't blame you. I think art GCSE is a lot of work. Yeah, that's what I've heard anyway. So summer then, obviously it is really close. Have you got any plans for the summer?
Yes, so we're actually going to France for my birthday for about 5 days, at the end of July. And then we're actually going back home to Ghana in Africa for about 5 to 6 weeks as well.
Oh, nice.
So it's really jam-packed and fun, and I really can't wait.
That sounds absolutely amazing. I think actually the summer between year 9 and year 10, obviously, you have nothing that you need to do because you've kind of given up your subjects. You haven't started GCSEs yet, and it's just the perfect time to have a huge break and relax and chill and just kind of take things easy, go on holiday, see your friends, do whatever you want. Yeah, I think the summer is definitely the best time of year, especially between year 9 and 10. Okay, to finish off then, have you got any questions or advice you'd like to ask the people in the comments or me about going into year 10?
So do you have any top tips actually for maintaining the social life and revision from year 9?
Yeah, okay, that's actually a really good question. So I think for GCSEs, obviously it's important to keep on top of things and kind of not necessarily do hard revision every day after school, especially in year 10. I think you can give yourself time to go to things like go to netball, go to tag rugby, all that kind of thing. Keep on socialising there. And I think actually just year 10, let yourself build up all of your work throughout the year. Keep your folders nice and neat. I think from the start that would be a really good thing to do. If you have any bits of paper that you don't need, get rid of those. Keep it all really neat. And then at the end of year 10, hopefully your notes will be really neat and you'll be ready to start revision in year 11. I wouldn't be too hard on yourself about revising in year 10, I don't think.
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem. So it's been really nice to speak to you, and I hope the exams next week go well. And obviously summer is really close, so hang in there. And yeah, good luck. Have fun.
Thank
Cool.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Cool. So that was Marianne. And so it sounds like it's been a bit of a stressful weekend, but that's fine because obviously once the next week's over, it will be the home straight to summer and then it will all be done. So we do have Holly. We're going to be speaking to Holly. She's in year 10. And I will let her know that we're going to be doing that in a few minutes at 8 o'clock.
Here we go. Yep, she's seen that already, so that's great. Have we got any comments then? Let's just have a little look, obviously, because we want to see if there's any advice. Okay, so we've got a few people chatting about food tech, and my sister did food tech GCSE, and she really, really enjoyed it. I, for one, am not brilliant in the kitchen, so I think that would have been a disaster of a GCSE for me, although maybe it would have helped me. I'm not too sure. Yeah, so Holly says that she's ready. We'll give her a couple of minutes. And yeah, maybe if you have any questions for Holly, if you are younger, and any advice for Holly if you are older, put that into the comments there. Okay, so Harvey, you say you'd start revision near the end of year 10 and use the revision stuff that you've made in year 11. That is a really good point, actually. So yeah, just keep on top of things as you start. And the teachers know that it can be a bit of a step up from year 9 to year 10. It won't be major, and they know exactly what it's like. So you don't need to worry about it being too difficult. And obviously, if you do have any worries about the GCSE that if you just started, you can speak to your teacher about it, speak to your parents, speak to your friends who are doing the subject as well. They can help you out. But yeah, everyone knows exactly what it's like to be stepping up between year 9 and year 10. So you don't need to worry about being alone if you don't feel quite right with it, and you'll get used to it. And then, as Harvey said, at the end of year 10, it's probably good to start revising a little bit. And it'll definitely help you in year 11. And by the time year 11 comes around, you'll be familiar with your subjects. And obviously the teachers will be giving you lots and lots of help as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to call Holly and see what she's up to. And as I said, Holly's in year 10. So here we go. Right.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, I'm really good. How are you?
Good. I'm good, thank you. Would you be able to put your camera on and
yeah, is it?
Yeah. I think there's a little button at the top. Got to get these things right.
Is it on?
Not yet. I think maybe tap the screen and then there's a little video button at the top.
Yeah, because I'm turning it on and off, and now it's on, so
Oh.
I can see myself. So
Yeah, okay. That's interesting. Maybe if we try again, I'll end the call, and maybe if you call me back.
yeah.
Okay. Just bear with us, because obviously these things can take some time sometimes. Technological difficulties. But we shall see. Here we go. Just need to wait for the little button to come up. Yeah. Ah, hello.
Okay, is it
Yeah.
working now?
It is, although you are sideways, so we're almost there. We are almost there.
Is that
Brilliant. That is perfect. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to turn my camera off, and then I'll place you in front of the camera just so that everyone can see you on the stream. So here we go. Now, hopefully that is okay. So, how has your weekend been?
Yeah, it's been really good. It's been quite busy. I had a DOV expedition on Friday, so
Oh, wow. So that was bronze, I'm guessing, if you're...
yeah, it was bronze. Yeah.
Nice. I did bronze. I stopped there. I couldn't do any more, but yeah, it takes it out of you. You must be really tired.
Yeah, well, the lucky thing was I only did one day of it because I had like a workshop thing for a Speak Out Challenge on Saturday.
Oh, that's
So-
pretty lucky actually then. You got out of that one.
Yeah, my friends are a bit jealous, but
Yeah. Oh well, that's nice. That is a really lucky actually. Yeah, so okay. The kind of stuff that happens in summer during the summer term. Have you had sports day at all?
No, not yet. We've had like an assembly, so we can like decide what events we're gonna do and things.
Oh, nice. So you actually get to decide what you're doing in sports day?
Yeah, we do. We all decide together. Like the girls go off and the boys go off, and we say what events we want to do and things.
That is so cool. I don't think I haven't heard of another school actually who gets to choose what kind of events they do. That's amazing. I mean, I would be the kind of person who's trying to get like an egg and spoon race in there, all that kind of thing. People would be like...
lots of people just want to do the tug of war.
Oh, yeah. I'd be up for that. I'd love a tug of war at sports day. That sounds really fun. Okay, so you're year 10 then. So I'm guessing you chose your GCSE subjects in year 9?
At my school, we actually choose them in year 8.
Oh.
So I've been doing them for a while.
Yeah, so you're, as Harvey was saying, he chose his in year 8. So that is interesting. Does that mean then that you've kind of had 2 years to get to grips with the course already?
Yeah, I've had quite a while, which has been nice because there was a lot of subjects that I was quite pleased to drop.
Yeah, which ones were you most happy to drop?
Definitely geography.
Yeah.
I really did not like geography.
I'm with you on that one, definitely.
Yeah, and I didn't enjoy computing either. That was not me.
Oh, was that just like just working on a computer?
No, it was like computer studies, so things like that.
Oh, like coding and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that as well, to be honest. That's not my kind of thing. So how are you finding GCSEs then at the moment?
Yeah, it's okay. It's been quite a lot because we've got end of year exams and things, so it's been quite hectic, but I'm enjoying the subjects that I like, so...
That's good. So which ones have you chosen? Which ones are the ones that you like?
So obviously all the normal ones, and then history, French, drama, music. Right,
so you do history and drama as well. That's really interesting.
Yes.
We spoke to Isabel and Mariam and they do those as well. Drama is brilliant and music's really interesting actually. I haven't spoken to people who are doing music. What kind of stuff do you have to do for music GCSE?
Well, there's quite a bit of like practical work which I like. There's like solo performance, group performance, and composition and things like that, which is really nice. So.
Wow, that is interesting. Music. I think I remember once in year 9 we were shown how to use the thing that you get on the computer where you compose stuff. Sibelius.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah, so that actually was so daunting. I thought I can't do music. This is such a confusing program, but yeah. No, I'm sure it would have been so much fun if I had though. So what kind of hobbies do you do? Do you do anything after school? That kind of thing?
Yeah, I do quite a bit after school. I do dance, this thing called Stagecoach, which is really fun, and I have some tutoring as well.
Right.
So it's quite busy.
What's Stagecoach?
So it's like this performing arts kind of thing. It's 3 hours a week of 1 hour singing, 1 hour dancing, 1 hour acting.
Oh wow!
And we do like lots of different things, but it's really fun. So
that sounds amazing. I mean, that is like right up my street. 3 hours a week of just like singing, dancing, acting. I would have loved that, honestly. And so you're gonna carry those on as well when you're kind of going into year 11. Things are getting a bit more important.
I hope to, because I think it'll be a really nice like stress reliever, especially because I get kind of stressed. So I hope that it will let me forget about all the things that are happening. And just do that.
Yeah, that is completely true. 100%. I think hobbies and kind of getting away from school life after school is a really important thing. And yeah, with social media as well, we need to try and get out the house, do something, socialise. And so hobbies are always the best for that. I do have a question. Do you have activities week coming up at all?
No, I don't think so. I mean, most of us, like year 7, 8, 9, 10, we've all got exams and things. Like, there's nothing going on, so...
Yeah, that is a shame. I mean... Yeah, I think people always... I remember when we didn't have activities week. It used to be kind of once every 2 years, and I'd get so jealous of the other people who got to go places and kind of have a whole week off school.
Yeah.
But to be honest,
I don't get that. So.
No. I mean, summer is so close. You don't need to worry about that. Summer is right around the corner. And have you got any plans for summer?
I've got work experience the week before summer, which I'm really looking forward to.
Okay, what are you doing for work experience?
I'm actually going to a West End theatre to do my work experience, which I'm so excited about.
That's amazing. I haven't heard anyone say that yet. That is absolutely brilliant. You must be so excited.
It was amazing. I'm so excited. We've got like this list of places that we could choose from, and I just saw this place of like Shaftesbury Avenue. I was like, maybe that's a theatre, and I just called up this person, and then it went from there. So.
Oh wow, that's going to be an amazing experience as well. You've got to try and make them remember you, and then maybe you can go back later. You don't know.
Yeah.
You never know. Are you thinking of like doing any revision or catch up sort of thing, sorting out your notes?
I'm definitely gonna try, because I remember in year 9 I was like, oh, I don't need to do anything. I'm just gonna have a nice relaxing summer, and then I got back to school and I was like, wait, what does all this mean? I forgot everything. So I'm gonna try and like do a little bit a day, or like do a bit a week, or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, obviously don't do too much, don't stress yourself out, but I think definitely between year 10 and 11 it is really good just to sort your notes out, make sure it's all clear, and then when you come to revise for the real thing, you'll know exactly where your notes are, exactly where everything is, and it will make it so much easier, definitely. So does your school do kind of like a presentation or prizes sort of day, we have a speech day? I don't know if you have the same sort of thing.
Not that I'm aware of, we don't really do that. I mean, there's like, when I was in year 8, we had like this graduation ceremony into Key Stage 4.
Yeah.
So
that's quite cool.
That's what year 8s get, but...
Yeah, no, that's
cool.
interesting.
Doesn't really get much.
Going into Key Stage 4, you get a little graduation. That's different. Yeah. I haven't heard of that one before. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I'm guessing maybe you have like a end of the year assembly, anything like that?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, all I remember is like a brief like assembly with our family leader, because we have like every year group has like a family leader, so we just have that, and sometimes they like put like pictures of past things from years and stuff like that.
That's cute.
So maybe I'll do that.
Fair enough. So yeah, you're going on work experience, and any other summer plans?
I'm going on holiday to Yorkshire, which should be fun. I mean, I went on a big holiday to Canada last year, so it's kind of going on a bit of a smaller holiday this year, but I'm sure it will still be really fun. Oh yeah,
of course. It doesn't, to be honest, sometimes when you go on holiday, it doesn't matter where you go, it's just the whole fact of being somewhere else.
Nice yeah, definitely.
Cool. See, that sounds really fun. And are there any sort of last minute questions or bits of advice that you'd like for going into year 11, obviously your final year of GCSEs?
Yeah, it's just crazy, because it definitely, I mean, people just tell you it's going to go so quickly, and it just has.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and people say, and then I hear people say that year 11 goes so quickly, and I'm still thinking, well, if the school year's gone this quickly, then how quickly is year 11 going to go?
Oh, it does. It flies by, I can tell you that now. It really does. And I think everyone gets a lot closer in year 11, because it's almost the end sort of thing. So, yeah.
Yeah, I've definitely seen that with people in our year, that the year 11s, they were quite stressed, but then they all were like working together, and especially the teachers, they appreciate everyone in the school a bit more, and it's just a nice atmosphere to be around, really.
Yeah, 100%. I completely agree. Yeah, it's just kind of, everyone understands what people are going through, and so I was saying this earlier, everyone knows what it's like to be doing GCSEs, the teachers understand, and so you haven't got to worry about that whole aspect of it. There's always people to go to if it gets too much and things like that. So thank you very much for speaking to us, Holly, and I wish you luck in your work experience, because that sounds amazing, and also in your GCSEs for next year as well. Thank you for speaking to us. Bye.
Bye.
There we go. So that was Holly, and it sounds like she's got a really exciting work experience to be going to. It looks like we might have questions and things like that. So we have a question from Leroy. You have asked Holly and Jade. I'll answer it.
how would you suggest preparing for A levels? So, okay, so for people who might be a bit younger, year 9, year 10, year 11, going into A levels, I think the main thing to remember is just to choose the subjects that you really feel what you want to go into, and obviously you're going to be doing them for 2 years, so don't let your parents or your teachers kind of sway your decision too much, because obviously it's what you're going to be doing, so you need to enjoy them. I think, so if you have done GCSEs, obviously that's great, and you need to relax, you need to have a really chilled time. Maybe if you're in year 9 or year 10, you need to really focus on the GCSEs, and if you know which A levels you are going to do, don't let that change the way that you revise for any other subjects for GCSE, because obviously it can be really tempting if you are sort of in year 10 and think, right, okay, so for A levels I'm going to do these 3 subjects. It's really tempting to just focus on those ones for GCSEs and trying to get good grades in those, but I can tell you now, places, especially UCAS, it's really, really important to get those grades in other subjects as well, not just the ones you're going to carry on for A levels, so do think about that as well. I took RS Physics and Maths A level, by the way, for those of you who were wondering. A few of you are saying that you don't get the work experience, which is a shame. I think work experience is brilliant. But obviously you don't have to do it in year 10 and you don't have to do it in year 9. I think definitely sometimes you do feel pressured sort of in year 9 or 10 to do some work experience, and I think in the summer it's a great thing, but obviously if you're going into GCSEs, don't let sort of the thought of work experience get in the way of your studies, and there's always time to do that kind of thing afterwards, especially sort of during the first year of A levels or whatever else you go on to do. There's a lot of opportunity to do work experience then, so if you do get the opportunity to do work experience in year 9 and 10, definitely go for it. If not, don't worry, there will be other chances, I'm sure. So we'll probably be going for another little bit, so do get any other questions in. Here we go. Also, if you do have any bits of advice for anyone who is watching who might be in year 9 or 10, put that in the comments, as well as questions as well. So, as Anat has said, I have always had award ceremonies at the end of summer term. This year it is on Friday the 5th. We get an Amazon gift card, but if you get a PE award, you get a Jade gift card. That's amazing. Damn, I would love a PE award then. Yeah, I know a lot of schools do give out prizes and things like that at the end of the year, just as an incentive to work really hard. We don't quite get the Amazon gift voucher sort of thing though, so you seem pretty lucky there. I would definitely be working towards a prize if that was what was on offer. You have also said that you're in year 10. You said our exams are in the sports hall, but I have my exam in a separate room. I would just like to know how it feels to be in a hall. Yeah, I know that a lot of my friends do take their exams in a separate room as well. Some of them have extra time, or perhaps if you're on a keyboard, a computer keyboard obviously, yeah, so you kind of go to a separate room. I think in the hall it's a different feeling, but it's not necessarily a scary feeling actually. Yes, so for those of you who might be wondering what it's like to go into the exam hall for the first time, it's more sort of a community thing. You go in and I felt that we were all in it together. Instead of it being daunting and kind of a bit scary looking around, everyone's there, it's almost like you feel like you're part of it and you're all in the same thing together, you're all in the same boat, and they do manage to make the hall really quiet as well, so you can concentrate on your paper. And I'm sure that if you are in year 9 or 10, you'll get a chance to see what it is like in the exam hall before your real ones.
Often schools will do that just so you know how it feels. It is a different experience, and it's hard to explain. But as I said, you feel more like you're part of the whole thing with everyone else, rather than the other way around. So I know it can be scary. So Harvey, you said you feel like the exam halls make you more focused and concentrated, and I definitely agree with that. I think you learn to get into the mindset of being in the hall and being in an exam. I think sometimes I find when I'm taking exams in the classroom, which I have before, I don't quite get into that exam mode and that state of mind where I'm in an exam and ready to do the paper, whereas obviously in the hall you do feel like that. Do let us know if you want us to make more videos for you guys who are in year 9 and 10 as well. I know there are obviously a lot of questions on your mind. I had a lot of questions about what was going to be happening with GCSE and A-levels when I was in year 9 and 10. So if you are watching, let us know if there's anything you'd like us to do or anything you'd like us to explore in a video. We have people asking about the best websites for revision. So I think a lot of people actually this year, the year 11s who took their exams, they were mentioning a website called Seneca, and I did check it out myself. It seemed very helpful for GCSEs. I would say perhaps for A-level it's more on sort of foundational level rather than going into detail, but I think Seneca is a good one to have a look at. You can also actually ask your teachers as well. If you are going into GCSEs, ask your teachers if there are any other websites that they've found, because I know they must have a look on the internet. I know my teachers do have a look for other teachers who might make videos or might have their own website where they've put up their teaching methods and things like that. So ask your teacher, and maybe ask your friends, perhaps they have been using something that you haven't found yet. Tom, you've asked, Jade, is A-level maths as hard as teachers make it out to be? I have to say, I know exactly what you're talking about, because when I went to the A-level evening, the only subject talk that really scared me was maths, because they brought up this big statistics graph that they had made, obviously, because they were maths teachers, and said, if you're at this level at GCSE now, you're going to be this grade at A-level, and if you're at this grade in GCSE, you're going to find it really, really hard, don't even bother taking our subject, sort of thing. And I think actually a lot of A-levels is the effort you put in, and so they're right when they say it's difficult. I did find it difficult myself. However, it's a lot about the effort you put in other times, so perhaps going away, doing extra revision. Maybe you've had a maths lesson that day and you go away, you go home and review that lesson. So don't let it put you off if the teachers are telling you that maths A-level is going to be really, really hard, because it could be, but if you really dedicate yourself to the subject, then it might not be as hard as they're saying it is. Asanat, you've said, I have Seneca, but we also have Tassamay. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Is that a website as well? Or perhaps... Oh, hang on. Tiramisu. Yeah. No. Okay, yeah, so that could be a really helpful one. Oh, you said that it's better than Seneca. That is interesting to know. That's probably good for everyone as well to find that. Harvey said, I feel like the teachers cause us to be stressed, not even the GCSE exam period itself. Yeah, no, that's true actually. I think a lot of the time, for those of you who are in year 9 and 10, don't let what the teachers say to you kind of scare you or put you on edge about the GCSEs that are coming up, because I think what they do is they do tell you how important it is, and they tell you that it's going to be difficult. I think just to kick you into motion and give you that reason to revise and give you that reason to keep on working, because a lot of people in your year might need that. They might need to be scared into working and motivated into working, whereas perhaps you don't need to hear that sort of thing. And so
do take it with a pinch of salt, the fact that people are telling you it's going to be really difficult and telling you the exams are going to be stressful, because they might be, but at the same time, if you do keep listening to that, you're almost going to trick yourself into being stressed about them because you think you have to be. And so, yeah, just think about that. But it is getting late, and so I'm just going to wrap it up. It looks as though the questions have come to a halt as well anyway. So thank you very much for joining us. I hope it was good for you to kind of see where Isabel, Mariam and Holly are at the moment. If you are in year 9 or 10, let us know if there are any videos you'd like to see us make, and if there are any pieces of advice or tips that you'd like us to explore in videos. But other than that, thank you for joining, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.